That girl done called about 3 times asking what this shit is. I come back to the house in a minute, man. Don't pay the neighbors no goddamn mind. Yeah. What you talking about, nigga? Yeah, I got this kind of shit. All that shit going for a different price, though. I bet. I can't talk too much. She said, damn, what is this flavor? I got the flavors, this shit loud. You got neighbors, they like the flavors. This shit smoke, it's like the 80s, it's jumping like coke. She said, Kush, it make a float. Everybody's ranks, we gon' have to rock the boat, man.
Gang, gang.
What up, man? What up, man? How's everybody doing? This is your boy Luther Zay Diamond, man. I am here with the gang, man. I'm not even gonna lie, it feels kind of weird because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, we've been at Wrestlemania ourselves the last 2 years, so to actually even be doing the post show, this shit do feel kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie to you, but with that being said, what up, gang? Here's the gang. We got our boy Bird in the building, FPW Rock, and the lovely Mo. This is the gang. We are here for the Wrestlemania Night 1 post show. And with that being said, man, we ain't gonna hold you long because we know a lot of y'all got a lot of opinions and a lot to say about that. With that being said, we gonna let the lovely Mo go ahead and get us started and narrate everything going on with this show today. And there we go. Mo, you can go instead of start.
You said it's a rating?
Oh, my camera went away. Okay, give me 1 second.
It's all good.
Can y'all hear
voice
me?
get on.
My camera went away.
Okay, we can hear you.
Nope.
Can't see it though.
I'm gonna try to black out. I'm gonna remove and bring it back in. Okay, let's see if that works for real fast.
Give it 1 second, Mo. You about to take you out and bring you in. Feel what I'm saying? Damn.
That shit come back, man. We'll be sitting there talking about a little bit about, man. We got our boy Bird in the building, though. What's up, gang?
Damn, he out too?
I think it just keep coming back in, bro.
You can talk to niggas leave.
Yo, what's going
Bruh,
on, man?
don't do this, bro.
Okay, there you go.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna play
man,
with you, bro.
If we rating the show, man, out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give the show a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Ooh, boy, you like that though.
Chill out.
Only because I was right on a lot of things. So, you know,
You were right.
I was right on a lot of things. I'm gonna give it a 4 though.
Who next?
If I had to rate it out of 5, I'd give it like a 2.7. Y'all know I usually do a 3, but I give it like a 2.7.
2.5.
It was real rushed. It felt like it was real rushed tonight. And I think things would have went better if it seems as if time was on their side. But it was almost like they were wrestling against time. So
I thank you, Mo. That's a great point. Stuff did feel rushed, and I'm giving it 2.5. I'm giving it a 2.5 because if there was a regular pay-per-view, I would have gave it probably like a 3.5. But for WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all, bro, AEW just had a banger PLE. And then NXT's Stand and Deliver was amazing. And for y'all to come out here and give us this for WrestleMania, subpar. Pissed me off a little bit. But hey, we're going to talk about it. Go ahead, y'all.
Shit, I mean, I'd give it a 2, man. This shit was ass. I don't know. There was a lot going on tonight. Bro.
Hold on.
It was a lot going on. No, Bert. Ass.
You want to change my damn
It was
rating,
ass,
man.
Bert. Okay, I can give you
Bert.
3 reasons it was ass. I can give you 3.
Go
One.
ahead.
One big reason. Why the hell Speed go all now? LA Knight hated Speed so much. Now how the hell he just turned face all of a sudden on the shirt doing it after the match? This why all of a sudden he eating.
I didn't see that match. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Match.
Okay, we're gonna let Mo get to that here in a minute. That's one reason we got ass. Two reasons this show became ass. 2 reasons this show became ass. Oh, we have our girl Paige return. Okay, cool. But damn, do we have to put the titles on them immediately?
Yeah, you know what? I kind of figured that was coming because if you notice, every time somebody come back like that and wrestle in the match, they always win the titles.
Ain't sold on that ass. 3 reasons. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you 4. I'm gonna give you 4. Now this is a bonus reason because our girl Bianca is pregnant, so now we gotta miss a whole nother year with her.
Come on now.
Yeah,
So that's a bonus reason. That's a bonus reason. Now the 3rd reason, the main event. I ain't even gonna say nothing else. 3 reasons it was ass plus your bonus.
Yeah, that main event was all right. I'm getting my rating. I'm gonna change it live here on the show. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3.
That's better.
Still too high.
So Bird, what I was saying was earlier, you know what I mean? Just because you were right doesn't mean it was good. It was still a bad show. They still underperformed for WrestleMania, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all this. I missed the very beginning of the first match. Did we see anything from Cameron? Did Cameron come in? Nothing. What the fuck you talking? What the fuck?
What? If he was there. I don't. If he was there, they didn't show him. But no, we ain't get nothing from him.
They didn't even show him 1.5.
Bro, that nigga just wanted to get snatched up. He just wanted to feel a part of it. He just asked that he snatched me up on podcast.
Afterwards, he kept saying, "I'm gonna be at WrestleMania." He even had a clip of him going into a ring like he about to try to train for a day and do some shit.
Further along with the show, man, we're gonna let our girl Mo start it off, man. Mo, what we got, man? Start us off.
Of course. So, as we know, John Cena was the host of Never Seen 17. He came out there, said it was so good to be back. This is the time of the year that people love the most. And that talking was over, so it's time to get down to business. Jey Uso, LA Knight, I Show Speed and the Vision, they were the first match within that first hour of the show, because you know it's supposed to be the first hour is free on this ESPN, then you gotta go watch it on this ESPN. So I don't know if they were the official first match, but they were that first one in the hour. The Usos had their It's Just Us theme song back. LA Knight came out to his. I Show Speed had on a superhero cape. I guess that's the gimmick he wanted to go with. And then they honestly get down to business in the ring. I Show Speed was not trying to start that match off, so he got a double super kick from Jay and Jimmy to force him to have to compete. First, they kicked Austin and Logan Paul out the ring, so it was LA Knight and I Show Speed to start the match off. And it kind of gave what you expected from someone who is a streamer going up against someone who is a professional wrestler. Wasn't bad, wasn't horrible. It just showed that's what you get if you don't add someone who's not really into the business. And then they kind of went like a back and forth. It did still ringside for a little bit. They made their way back in. Jay got in, Jimmy got in. It's kind of started to shift in momentum. LA Knights, I Show Speed accidentally got pushed into Logan Paul, and that sent Logan Paul flying off the ropes, and that pissed Austin Theory off. Austin Theory was like, you don't do that. You see Logan, he's on your side. So he tries to get him up and tells him to attack LA Knight. Well, LA Knight throws Austin Theory into I Show Speed, which causes a distraction and allows LA Knight to hit Austin Theory with a BFT for the win. And then Logan Paul would try to attack I Show Speed at the end of the show, which goes into like what you said, how I thought they hated them because who came to save I Show Speed? The Usos and LA Knight. It was a good match to open it up. People said it was fun. It was energetic. Was it main event? Not main event. Was it WrestleMania needed? No. Did they need I Show Speed and LA Knight? No. They could have did their own thing and then focused on the Vision and the Usos. I'm assuming they could run that back on a Raw or drag it out until Backlash, but main event worthy. I keep saying main event. WrestleMania worthy? No. Fun? Yeah. Predictable? Yeah. I guess this would be the part where I would say who goes next. So who goes next? The floor is yours.
Shit. Boss, you going next?
Yeah, I mean, look, bro. I agree with. Okay, I hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I hear me.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, look. When it comes to this match, it wasn't a bad match. Like Mo said, it was definitely okay, man. I'll put it like this: this match could have been on any PLE. I wouldn't have had a problem, except WrestleMania. If this was a Backlash PLE, if this was like hell, this match could have been on SummerSlam. I wouldn't have been. It could have been a SummerSlam PLE match. I wouldn't have been mad. But the fact that it's a WrestleMania match, you know, it kind of goes to show, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't really know what to, you know what I'm saying, know what to think about that. And then to have all that go on and have Speed kind of turn face at the end and have the they not kept them after basically, you know what I'm saying, after all that's been going on after so much, you know, it didn't get nothing like we thought it was. It was a fun, like most said, fun and entertaining at most, but shouldn't have had nothing to do with the WrestleMania card. That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure. Barry, you want to go? Or you want me to go?
I can go quickly just because unfortunately I didn't get a chance to see this match, but it sounds like it was it did what it was supposed to do. It was a banger, you know, wasn't too much hype around it. Sounded like it was predictable. But unfortunately I didn't get a chance to see this match.
All right, cool. So it was a whole bunch of rigmarole. Goddamn bullshit that didn't have to happen. We didn't need this match at all. It was no good build up to it. Like Mo said, I personally think it could have been LA Knight versus Show Speed. That would have had a decent amount of buzz behind it by itself. If the Vision Uso were gonna do anything, they should have did that street fight that they had like 3 weeks ago. They should have did that tonight and had it for the tag title. That would have been more impactful. Like they said, like Bossman said, for a WrestleMania match, it wasn't WrestleMania worthy. It didn't make any sense. To be honest, Speed was never a heel. He was just caught up in the web of everything. So I don't see what the point of Show Speed being involved with Logan Paul, unless he was going to fully turn heel. If he was going to do that, he should have did some real heel stuff and been a real heel. But other than that, every single match of WrestleMania for it to be able to main event any other PLE or even Raw or SmackDown. Like if this at WrestleMania, it should have the ability to main event a regular PLE or show. With that being said, this was far from a main event type of match. And I wasn't disappointed in Speed. Speed did his thing. He's great. But he didn't have no gimmick for himself. The Superman thing was kind of stupid looking to me, but I don't think he did bad. Like I said, I've seen him training before, so I knew he was decent in the ring. I didn't like the match. For as far as the build wasn't that good, the sense of it wasn't good, the execution was just subpar.
Agreed. Yeah. So it's going on to the next one. We get the unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. I personally like how both of them came out for that match. Jacob had the Samoan fire dancers, the tactical vest, the werewolf mask strapped to the back. Drew McIntyre looked like he used his sword to cut down a brick door, came in with his black and red leather on and his giant sword. Jacob wasted no time. Drew didn't even make it to the ring, and Jacob was already out there flying, trying to get the one up in the upper hand on him. I didn't even let that man come up out his coat yet. But of course, Drew would get the upper hand as well. He would even end up taking a phone. And how Drew would he went through that era last year where he would be recording the video. So he did that, stopped, held the phone out, recorded the video, and then proceeded to beat Jacob with that said phone. And then they would finally get the match started, get some tables out, get some chairs. We would see a wrench come into play. Drew McIntyre would get Jacob back into the ring, hit him with that wrench in the mouth. He would put him through a German suplex through some steel chairs. Drew McIntyre would take the referee's belt and then begin to beat Jacob with that said belt. We saw a couple kickouts, the Claymore, saw a couple missed Claymores, a couple kickouts from the Claymores and from the moonsaults. This one wasn't a bad match. I think it showed the rivalry between the two, but it was also, I do feel like their feud and beef kind of got dragged out for a little longer. He got injured. Who kicked his teeth out? It's believed to be Drew. So they had this whole hatred going on. Now they're trying to think it might not even been Drew who kicked his teeth out. So I do feel like their feud got a little dragged. For it to be unsanctioned, it wasn't that unsanctioned. It was pretty, I wouldn't have labeled it as unsanctioned, but I guess we all have different definitions of what that word is. But it wasn't bad. I did like it. I did like that Jacob was able to get the win he hit him with the little moonsault through the table and was able to get the 3 count. I hope that means Jacob said he's putting it in his rear view. He is done with Drew McIntyre, so I hope they hold him to that. And then we see Jacob back into some title opportunities, the United States, Intercontinental, something. But all in all, it wasn't bad. I think it was good for a second match of the first one. That was the second hour. So yeah, the second match of the first hour.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like this match. I actually liked it a lot. It was probably one of the better matches of the night. Like you said, the only thing that didn't really sit right with me was the fact that it was supposed to be unsanctioned. I think somebody should have bled, if not one of them, both of them. Also, it like I said, it was a good match and a great match. It was even where you could probably even say it was Wrestlemania worthy. But if it was going to be unsanctioned and it was supposed to show the hatred these guys had for each other, it didn't give the exact feel that KO and Sammy gave a year or two back when they had their unsanctioned match. That match felt brutal. I actually think that was match of the year in 2025, and it was like the first fucking PLE. Like, that was an amazing match. It was, like I said, unsanctioned. The lights were dimmed. All the, just everything was pointed straight at them. All kind of weapons on stairs. Hell, if KO hadn't lost his blade, KO's blade slipped out. He was gonna bleed for the match, and bleed heavy too. For what it was reported, he was gonna bleed pretty heavy. But that happened, so he wasn't able to bust himself open like he tried to. But this match was nowhere near that type of match. Now, this wasn't a bad match at all. Like I said, I liked it, but it just should have been considered like just no DQ. Just a no DQ match is what it should have been labeled as. But overall, decent match. I hope they move on. I hope we find out who really kicked Jacob Fatu in the mouth. If it come back to really be Drew, I'm gonna be like, well, that was fucking pointless. But I don't think it was. I think it's gonna be something else. It may end up being Cody. That may be how he challenged for the title. I don't know. I won't reveal too much. I'm not no WWE writer or nothing. But yeah, decent match.
Very decent. That's about it. Very decent. Very mid. Very mid. You know what I'm saying? It was a sanctioned match that we were supposed to have. Motherfuckers were supposed to be bleeding, going through tables. I'm talking about going in the crowd, going crazy. Like they hate each other, right? Like this supposed to be like, okay, and then you've been using the gimmick of him being in jail. Why we ain't getting no handcuffs? We didn't have a police car, something like that. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Like what we was trying to get, we didn't get it. So the point, like the picture we was trying to paint, we definitely didn't paint it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's definitely what it all came down to. Like one of
the things that annoyed me a little bit was the fact that he was saying something about he gonna go back to his old ways just for one match. Like I said, with a handcuff, he should have pulled out the blicky. You know what I'm saying? He should have did something, stab him, hit him with a bottle, some prison rules. But yeah,
I mean, something like you got to come out and you got to really hate each other. Like both of y'all got to bleed. You got to go through tables. You got to go through the crowd. Like this, the match that got to steal the show because, like, for one, you can use anything. You're supposed to be able to use anything. So with all due respect, you pulling out the bare minimum of chairs and chairs and tables are the bare minimum because you can use anything. It's unsanctioned. You know what I'm saying? It's unsanctioned. So anything can honestly happen. You know what I'm saying? So let the shit just happen.
Drew versus Randy would have been a better main event. And who is it again? Jacob versus Sammy and Cody would have been a better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a real good street fight. I'll say that. It wasn't an unsanctioned match. From what I've seen, it was just a real good street fight. And the fact that nobody bled or nobody got cut open really kind of dulled the match and kind of like, you know, made it a regular match. So it was a real good street fight. I'm glad Jacob got the win. It did, you know, in my opinion, boost his character a little bit. You know, Drew, he's going to be Drew. I believe it's not going to hurt or help him. So, but hopefully this feud is over, and we can go on and see what's next for Jacob Fatu.
That's 2 years in a row.
Oh no, this hurts Drew in a way because reports are Drew was still supposed to be on TV while still doing this. Not, you know what I'm saying? Drew's supposed to not be taking a break. You know how we heard Drew's supposed to take a break after this, bro. Reports are he's not taking no break. So if he come back Friday night SmackDown, it's just like, bro, okay, you back and you keep losing. He gonna have to take a break.
They said he was supposed to. That's why after Elimination Chamber, because he didn't win, he was supposed to take a break after Elimination Chamber. He never did. He was been supposed to have a break, and he never left. He was supposed to be months ago.
Well, supposedly it got extended only because of, you know, they're supposed to get the title off of him, but they only had to get it off of him because they said, well, right after Mania, going to the movie, which made no fucking sense to me because he could have had the fucking title up to Mania and lost it to Randy.
He's not going nowhere. Reports are, I've heard reports from like the higher ups that, you know what I'm saying, he's made it in his schedule where he's not going to miss no time. So he can still do SmackDown and still do, you know what I'm saying, the movie. So if he's not missing no time, there was no point in doing this. That's all I'm saying. He should have won the Fatal 4-Way.
Drew, on your next contract, hold them niggas by your ankles. Hold them niggas by your ankles next time. By their ankles next time. Well, I said hold them by your ankles. You need to do the same thing Cody did. Say, I demand to have a long WWE Championship run and like triple the fucking money. Because if you walk in AEW right now, Tony Khan will give you triple your money, Drew. You best fucking believe that. Cause that's some bullshit. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Ain't no Mo. We can't see you. I'm sorry. Did my rambling do that? I
think for the most part, though, you know what I'm saying. Man, how can I say it? We the fans was definitely disappointed in what happened here, and I think it didn't move no further, bro. That's all I'm saying. When it come down to Drew McIntyre, he was supposed to still be the champion, and I think I would have been fine having the Fatal 4-Way, 5-Way, whatever the fuck it would have been. I would have been perfectly fine with that.
That reportedly what it was supposed to be until, I don't know, they decided not to fucking do it all of a sudden. Fucking stupid. They could have did it. They could have did the 5-Way match. That 5-Way match would have been a banger. Like, there would have been no way, like, other than do the 5-Way match and don't have Pat McAfee fucking with you.
I think the triple threat match would have actually, I think the triple threat match would have been match of the weekend between him, Drew, and Jacob. Them three. Oh man, I think that would have stole the show. Especially at that time, Jacob was cooking. So especially if we cooking and we finish with a Jacob Fatu for dub.
You said who? Hold on. Who else? Randy. I mean, not Randy. Drew, Jacob, and who else?
Cody. Just them three.
Okay. I mean, what that Randy would have had to be in there. He won the elimination time, so he would have had to be in there.
Talking about before the elimination. I'm talking about before the elimination time.
Okay. I mean, but even if it was that, even if the fatal 4-way happened, even if you throw in Sammy with that, hey, they should have. I think they still should have did a 5-way match, maybe like championship scramble or like a 5-way elimination match. Figure out champion that way because Sammy, they're turning on him badly now. Not just they want to be the heel, like Sammy Hogan, like get the fuck off my screen type shit because of we all know they screwed Carmelo Hayes, so that's fucking him up. His story is with the world title. Keep him on that same path to try and get the world title. So that way, this match right here, if they would have been in this main event match and had all them in there, that would have made more sense, and it would have cooked more. The shit we got tonight, especially no bleeding in this match, and the fact that Drew McIntyre gonna come back boss, you really just made me a little mad with that. I ain't gonna lie. He probably do this move and be gone for a little bit. That's the only thing I was excusing him about. I didn't agree with it, but I excused him about it. And now the fact that he's not gonna be gone, Drew McIntyre, bro, I'm telling you, hold them niggas up by their ankles next time. And if they don't play ball, get the fuck out of there. Go to AEW.
Nope, no report. The reports are he's not taking a break. So it's just like, and it pissed off a bunch of people. And Mo, I think you have to go out and come back in again. And when Mo comes back out and leaves again, she'll be leaving and coming back out. And when she does, we will be continuing on with the show further on. And those two were your two matches that was live on ESPN2. So if you had so those two matches were live on anything that was ESPN. You could watch that on your regular scheduled program TV. As long as it was on ESPN, that was, your two matches. And then when Mo comes back, we'll jump right into basically their main matches of, WrestleMania after that.
Do she know she got to do that? Anybody told her?
Yeah, let me see it. There you go.
Okay. Give her just a second, y'all. We you know what I mean. Oh, there she go.
Okay. Can you hear me and see me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, ma'am.
All
yes,
right.
Okay. That was good. Y'all got real into that.
Of course.
Drop that out of y'all. I'm gonna before y'all get riled up again. So then we go on to the fatal 4-way for the women's tag titles, and one by one they all come out. Naya and Lash actually come out third because who comes out last? The Bellas. Nikki's on her crutches. Her boot is in her boot. She has that boot on. She says she's unable to compete, so she calls in her friend, and it's Paige. So like everybody thought, Paige is back, and it was iconic and very great to see Paige. She looked like she never missed a beat, and she wasn't gone at all. Paige makes her way. They make their way to the ring. It's one woman from each tag team starting it off, and of course they make sure they do everything they can to keep Paige out the ring. We see Brie Bella hitting those yes kicks. Lash Legend was definitely showing off her power and her force, being the bougie bully. And Paige finally does get the chance to come into the ring, and she takes out everybody that's in her way. It was Lyra Valkyrie who stops Paige and kind of goes for the first pin that we see, but that does get broken up. We would then see Paige would actually hit the Paige Turner, but then that would also get broken up. We would even see a face-off again between PCB minus the B with just Paige and Charlotte. They would go at it strike for strike, blow for blow. It would then look like things were going to go in the favor of Charlotte. Well, Nikki Bella would hop up on the apron and use that crutch to her advantage and take out Charlotte, which caused the distraction. So when Alexa Bliss went for her Twisted Bliss, Paige was able to get her knees up, and in that Paige set Paige up for a rampage, and Brie and Paige were able to win the tag titles. It was like a full circle moment. It's been 8 years since Paige left WWE. As you know, when she debuted at 21, she beat AJ Lee for the Divas Championship. So here she is kind of like debuting again 8 years later. And you won tag gold. So that was very nice to see. She was very emotional from that. The Bellas were very emotional. I do think it was an easy read. Once it got leaked that she would be there, I think we already knew that they were going to win, because if they were never planned to win, why have somebody fill in or make it that big of a deal? Like, yeah, people want to see the Bellas, but I think by them putting Paige in, it definitely said like, yeah, they're winning those tag titles. So it'll be interesting to see, once Nikki's healed, what's that switch and change gonna be. But it's nice to see Paige back, and it was a pretty okay match. It was a pretty good match. So that's my thoughts on the first one.
Oh man,
we're about to go next. Go.
Man, look. All I'm saying is I don't have no problem with Paige being back, bro. I really don't. But just hit me out, bro. We still don't gotta put the titles on nobody, bro. Just because they back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And okay, Paige is back. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting. Paige is gonna be back. But once again, my only problem with this is you put Paige back, you put the titles on them, which she has nothing to do with them, right? So she has nothing to do with the Bellas. So now she's stuck with the tag team titles with Brie Bella for no reason. And now that she's stuck with the title with Brie Bella, now what are you going to do with that?
Only thing
you could have did so many different things with that.
Between them two. A feud between now only thing you can probably possibly do is do a feud between Paige and Nikki Bella. That's the only thing that you can do now. That would make any sense from anything. Because like you said, Paige they didn't even have to win the titles. And if they was gonna win, they ain't have to be tonight. They need a story, like you said, to back up. That's just my opinion. That's the only way that they can save this a little bit is them two feud.
Yeah, I personally think either Nikki or Paige has to turn heel now. Like, there's no other way for this to even make any sense. They both can't remain face, especially the things that Nikki did tonight outside of the match that caused a distraction for the victory. They got to, and like Boss Man said, I got nothing against Paige. I think she's a great wrestler. I think she's done her thing for a while, and it's good to have her back. But hear me out. Just like the fucking Marvel shows and movies and shit, it's too much fucking leaking going around. I want to be surprised sometimes. I know we exclusive group or whatnot, and we get some shit ahead of people. But I hate when the stuff so much is leaked to where it's no surprise at all.
Yeah,
and not even did not like the result of the match. It was just a forced shit over time. Yeah, thank you, brother. You see, that's my brother right there. That's my blood brother, you guys. About to get this commented. I think Irresistible Force absolutely should have retained, because who's gonna win this title and have it for a long time? Nobody has it over 2 months before it's given to somebody else. And then think about it, to be technical about it, they didn't have a successful tag defense. Every single match was interrupted. So technically, they didn't have a single one of them that was just absolutely defensive where they won the match. So it's like, what's the point? Like this match I thought this match was gonna be damn near match of the night because of the potential that it had, and the other matches that was on the card. I was thinking, okay, this match right here gonna cook, especially the way they were building up Naya and Lash up till this point. But it was subpar. Paige coming back, it's exciting, but she didn't have to win, like Boss Man said. And her winning with Brie Bella makes no sense at all. So I'm gonna leave it at that before I get to cussing again in this motherfucker. My fault.
Well, just to piggyback off to close up my comment on the match, we all agree that it was nice to see Paige to come back, and it made no sense for her to win the titles, at least tonight, if they was gonna do that or whatever, because she really ain't had nothing to do with the Bellas in the story. But so I guess we'll have to see now what they're gonna come up with it. And like I mentioned before, the only way they can come up with something, as like you said, Rock, one of them got to turn heel, and it has to be. It don't matter who it is, to be honest, but they have to feud for them to make sense of this. And the match altogether, it was subpar. The Irresistible Forces should have definitely retained the titles, but WWE, the writers You know, we
Trash.
seen worse. We seen worse. So, well, I guess we'll just have to see what's gonna make of this.
It's leading to more trash. Leading to more trash. I see bullshit a mile away. And this that type of
But
shit. They start you with sprinkle of bullshit and you know with a lot of bullshit. Pat McAfee. Anyway, keep going.
no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just saying. I hope it doesn't lead to more bullshit, like you said. So.
The next match, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. Becky Lynch came out to a band playing her music, and at first they had me because I said, "Who are these white men?" And then I realized it was the people who sang her song, so that was kind of dope. I like that Becky toned down the outfit a little bit. AJ came out very cutesy with all those little girls, and her skipping in the match would get underway. But who was the referee for the match? Jessica Carr, as y'all know. Becky and Jessica hate each other. I'm pretty sure that's like a real life thing too. I think that goes beyond the ring. They can't stand each other. And the match would get started. I had a lot of questions for this one. Not questions, but I was curious to see was AJ going to be able to tap her out again, because that's kind of been the main way that she was winning. But then I was like, nah, there's no way she's going to let her tap again. Right off the bat, very early, Becky would try to take that turnbuckle off the corner, but Jessica Carr sees her, puts it back on. We would see AJ go for the Black Widow, but she was unable to block it in all the way. Becky would be able to hit a couple of the manhandle slams, but there would be some countouts. Jessica would actually end up getting taken down, and in that moment, AJ would hit Becky with her own manhandle slam. Of course, it wasn't as Becky would, because there's a size and height difference, but she hits it, doesn't get the successful count, only for a 2. We would then see Jessica and Becky, they actually got a little physical. Becky was going back and forth with Jessica. Jessica would end up shoving Becky. Becky would shove her back. We would then see she would manage to get that turnbuckle off. Finally, when Jessica was distracted, she would take the turnbuckle off. AJ would try to throw Becky into it, but Becky would pull Jessica in front of her. And then when Jessica was distracted, she bounced AJ's head off that unexposed turnbuckle, hit the manhandle slam, and was able to win back the IC championship. Much later in the show, like during the post-show, AJ, she would be very emotional, upset, and then she pretty much says, it's not goodbye, but it's a see you later for now, kind of hinting at that I guess they're going to pull AJ off for a little bit. So going back to that whole thing with Paige, I feel like if anybody thought we were going to see AJ and Paige, probably not, if AJ's talking about some see you later. I think that one was good to set up for. I do think we are going to finally see something more than just referee Jessica with Becky. I think it sets up for Jessica Carr maybe even going at it with Becky. So I think that was a good setup. All in all, I think it was a good way to finally, I guess, squash their beef. I do think after this, there doesn't need to be any more AJ and Becky, at least not for a while. And that was my thoughts on it.
That match was another reason. Okay, I forgot another reason. Ass. Another reason. My bad, y'all. Because for one, Becky, come on now. How many times when they seen this match, they just don't got the chemistry, bro. That motherfuckers out there bumping into each other, running, bumping heads and shit is just not. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't got the chemistry. Jessica Carr and Becky got more chemistry themselves than Becky Lynch and AJ Lynch and AJ Lee. I'm sorry. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Becky Lynch chemistry is better with the referee than it is with AJ Lee. And we done seen it over and over and over again. And the matches has been, we haven't had not one great match. We've had a decent match with AJ Lee since she's been back. I love the fact that AJ Lee is back. It's just been, I don't think this, you know what I'm saying, this feud has really hit worth shit. You know what I'm saying? And usually in Becky feuds, I will give her this. Usually she do finish off with banger matches. This just wasn't one of them. That's all I'm saying, in my opinion.
I'll quickly go. I agree. The match was ass. I'm kind of upset that AJ Lee lost. She could have at least held it until Backlash. I just feel like they every time Becky have a big match or some title, they feel like they have to give her the title or something. I'm just really kind of like now sick of seeing her, to be honest. She do end up having pretty good matches, and I'm not a Becky Lynch fan. I have nothing against her or whatever. She's a good wrestler, but I'm not too much fan of her. But she normally put on good matches, but like you said, this wasn't one of them. I kind of would hope that AJ Lee somehow will get a rematch or be in the title picture in the future, because we know Becky is going to hold it for a while. But overall the match was ass. It could have been way better, and I'm upset because AJ Lee's back. I'm a fan of AJ Lee, and it feels like she's just like wasting her time. So yeah,
you ain't
that's
wrong.
my thoughts.
You ain't wrong, Bird. There was some bullshit, and let me exactly explain the whole situation why I bullshit. I keep saying this. AJ Lee has no character coming back. She's not crazy like she was. She's not young like she was. She's not chasing John Cena. She's not chasing CM Punk. She's married to Punk. She's just there wrestling and saying, "Hey, I'm AJ Lee. I opened the door for y'all," and that's it. That's the extent of her character. There's none since she's been back, right? And like you said, how many times you gonna run back the same fucking match? I knew Becky Lynch was gonna win tonight, because ain't no way they're gonna have Becky Lynch tap out 3 times in a row. I mean, 4 times in a row. 3 times was already amazing enough. But when they announced this match again, I was like, okay, Becky's definitely winning. And if that's the case, she shouldn't have lost it the second time. That's just my opinion. I'm so sick of seeing the same old people win and lose titles. I feel you, bro. Just my opinion, right? Everybody got their opinion about Becky Lynch. I used to not be a fan of her at all, and it wasn't nothing against her. We all know she can wrestle like a motherfucker. But I feel like I've more appreciated her and became more of a fan of her now with this Intercontinental title, because I see her effect. She got Lyra over, because we wasn't saying shit about her. She got Lyra over. The crowd's after reacting when Lyra comes out and say the woo now like louder than ever. She got Maxine Dupree over. You see what happened when she got off Maxine and went to Natty? Not shit. She definitely they were cheering for her and going crazy for Maxine to get over the hump when she was feuding with Becky. Get to Natty, and not the same effect. We damn near forgot she on the roster till I just said it. Remember that. So, and then she gets to AJ Lee. Like I said, AJ has no character right now. The only she's been interesting because she's tied into Becky Lynch. And this Intercontinental title has had more storyline than both world titles, both women's world titles. Since it came in, since Becky attached her name to it, at least, it's had more character and more story to it attached to it than the women's WWE title and the World Heavyweight title. Now, the World Heavyweight title probably would have if Naomi wouldn't have got hurt or got pregnant. If Naomi would still been there, it would have been the title to go for. But since he ain't, it's been the Intercontinental title. It's been way more interesting than the other titles. I feel like it's only because of Becky Lynch. Becky that's been cooking on the mic every single week. She's cooked on the mic every single time, and I appreciate her more. I would put her in. Before, I didn't really care where I put her at as far as top women wrestlers ever, but now she's probably in my top 4. Probably top 3. The only reason why she's not even higher is because of the fact that she didn't win titles everywhere. I think Sasha Banks is the number 1 because she won titles every fucking where. Yeah. And she did it for a long time. So I would put Becky above Charlotte because I don't know. I get tired of Charlotte.
And I'm not even me too. And people know how I feel about Charlotte, but she's definitely not over Charlotte. Quickly, I'll give you my top 3. It's Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and believe it or not, Bayley. Believe it or not, to me, Bayley. Even though they've been giving Bayley bullshit, I don't think Becky Lynch is better than Bayley. they're giving Bailey. I mean, I'm sorry, they're giving Becky Lynch all these titles. I feel, my opinion, and all these shots because of who her husband is.
Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that, Bird. Hear me out, Bird. I can't do that, Bird. Nah, Bird. Nah, I can't do that, Bird.
I'm telling you this, Bird. Only reason why I say that is because Becky Lynch was being a rock star before she got with Seth.
Yeah, she very much was.
No, she was. No, I ain't
Becky Lynch before you know what I'm saying. We had our whole little thing. Becky Lynch had her own movement. You know what I'm saying. She had her own motion. You know what I'm saying. We can't like the man had her own motion. Like
yes, she was.
That's all I'm gonna say.
She was going. Becky would have got these opportunities, bro.
I'm not gonna take all that. I ain't gonna say all right. I ain't gonna say all that.
Bro, nah, man. You gotta think Becky and Seth didn't get married to after she main evented WrestleMania. They weren't married to after she main evented. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm not even gonna like, yeah, bro.
Both of the titles, right?
Yeah. So like, I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah. So she had her own motion.
When you think about Seth, and no offense to him, I like Seth a lot. He's very underrated. But think about it, Seth hurt a lot of wrestlers.
Underrated. Whoa! Now you didn't start something else. We didn't got off. Look, we didn't got outside. You talking about underrated? He is not underrated. It is not treating him underrated. I'm sorry, Rock. Look, you didn't say so.
You know what? I say underappreciated. Either one of them.
I say underappreciated.
He is not where he should be as far as when you think about the best wrestlers. He is not where he should be at. For sure.
Where the hell he should be at, man? Where he should be at?
They really, man, they really pushing him. Trust me.
Like, where should Seth be at then? Because Seth, don't get me wrong, Seth is their guy. Bro, Seth is their guy. I give it to you. But I'm not gonna sit here and say Seth should be up there with like the main, you know what I'm saying, the prima donna. Nah, Seth is like he's very right there. He's like, if you talk about a one step at the door, Seth is between prima donna and still like downstairs where like the higher ups sit, man. Like I can't give Seth like that higher. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about prima donnas, man, we talking about motherfuckers that don't even got to be at every you know what I'm saying, Monday through Friday and show up and get a title handed to him. I'm talking about a motherfucker like Brock Lesnar who never held a big card title and show up for work, man, like 10 times out the year, can hold a title easily 3 or 4 times out there 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about a motherfucker like Roman Reigns that 10 times out the year he can, you know what I'm saying, 10 scheduled appearances, can hold the title. You know what I'm saying? Like we got those kind of people. Like you know, I don't think he fit in that realm. You know what I'm saying? Even if you talk about the later days, like the Shawn Michaels, the Triple H's, like I think he fit more with them. I don't think he fit more with today's, like, you know what I'm saying, superstars.
See y'all not listening right. I ain't never say he'll wear Roman and Brock. You crazy as hell. I never said that. I said he's underrated, underappreciated. That don't mean he way up there. I don't think people even put him on the level of like Triple H's and Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. I think they think of him as lower than that. That's why I think he's underrated, underappreciated. I think he is on that level. Not no Roman shit, but the Triple H's, the Shawn Michaels, the Chris Jericho, the Kurt Angle, right under Kurt Angle. The Kurt Angle, like, you know, around that area. You know what I mean? Like he's there. And there shouldn't be no discussion hard about it.
I get to you. I agree.
Yeah, I just don't think they think of him like that. That's what I'm saying. But overall, what I'm trying to say is, Seth was not on Becky's level, is what I'm saying, as far as where they are in their careers. So when Bird said that, you know, Becky hopped on Seth's train, now Seth hopped on Becky train. They even said that in the book. Like, I mean, they ain't really said that in Becky's book, but when they were talking about when they got together, Becky was already rolling for sure when they got together. So, you know,
Becky too much time on Becky Lynch for shit show.
Absolutely, we did. That was Bird fault. That was Bird fault.
hey, look, I'm just saying, man. Y'all know how I am. Boss man called me the toxic one, so I'm just had to stir some stuff up. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, Bird. If you haven't noticed, Mo, that
nigga.
nigga Bird is toxic, bro. Like he is toxic, bro. He says some fucked up shit at the wrong times. He like the nigga in the funeral. He like the nigga in the funeral when you supposed to be praying, and nigga, you know the prayer saying taking too long, and it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really want to say nothing. He the nigga that's gonna say something. Yeah, toxic, bro.
It's that gank. It's that gank he's smoking. Go ahead, Mo.
Okay, well, keep going on with Seth Rollins. We got Gunther versus Seth Rollins next. That the match that everybody kind of came out of nowhere. So pretty much before that match could even get started, it was another one where we would see action before the bell would ring. Gunther would hit a power bomb on Seth Rollins. It would go ringside. Gunther was reaching into the crowd, throwing chairs at Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Gunther were going blow for blow, chop for chop, and eventually they would get some order, get into the ring, and the match would start. Off the rip very early, we would see Gunther try to go for a sleeper hold, but Seth Rollins was able to kind of slide out of that. They would go chop for chop with each other. We would even see Seth Rollins try to do some pedigrees, but they were unsuccessful. Seth Rollins would even put Gunther in his own sleeper hold, but Gunther was able to get his feet on the rope, so that count was broken up. That would then lead to Seth doing, I think, about 3 of those suicide dives outside the ring. On the third one, Seth would get caught, laid out against the table. Gunther would go to hit him over the table, but Seth Rollins would get up and deliver a very sloppy pedigree. I don't know if Gunther got up too fast. It was weird. It was not a pedigree at all. He kind of twists or turns something, but of course they counted it as a pedigree. And Seth Rollins was hyped. He was gloating. He was showboating, and Braun Breaker came and speared him out his boots. Braun Breaker is back. We would see Braun Breaker spear Seth Rollins, and then he kind of just ragdoll him back into the ring, and Gunther would slide in and pretty much put Seth Rollins to sleep with that sleeper hold. He was out cold. The ref would call the match, and Gunther wins. Seth would make his way out the ring, and who comes back down that 75-yard runway going 23 miles per hour, allegedly? Braun Breaker. For another, he didn't watch it, but he clipped him on the side for a spear. It was, and who was at the top? Paul Heyman.
You can keep it 100, Mo. He boxed that motherfucker. You can keep that shit 100.
He hit him on barely on the side of him.
Well, I think that was. I looked at it at the review. That was Seth's fault. Seth turned sideways.
Seth didn't want to take that motherfucker. That's what it was. Seth didn't want to take it.
Seth didn't
want to take that
motherfucker.
Seth said, I just did
Hey, Seth was like, "Oh, he come there. He really run that fast. He moved that fast.
Oh, he coming back."
Yeah.
You
can't blame him. I think he got like the deadliest spear. Like far as I think he got really the deadliest spear.
He do. Yeah, he definitely do.
Nobody got one better. Nobody got one better.
Bro, if you go back to the podcast for 4 years now, bro, I've been saying this shit for 4 years now. Braun got the best spear. I've been saying this shit for 4-5 years now. That nigga runs through people.
The only two people in history that I know even have a decent spear for him is Goldberg and Rhino. Other than that, it's Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
I get one more person. I get one more person. Honorary. That nigga Moose got a nice spear too. Have y'all never seen Moose spear? Moose got a hell of a spear too.
Moose got a decent spear for sure.
Yeah, he has a hell of a spear too.
But Braun Breaker's still better, like you said.
Oh yeah, bro. He runs through niggas, fam. He will cut you in half, fam. I never seen a spirit like that before. The people that I don't know, I give it to the people that he has spirit, because it takes two to tango, fam. They done sat there and took that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro, but it's a I forgot who when he ran down the ramp that one time hit old boy. Now he took all of that, bro. Seth wasn't doing it. Not that. That 5 miles down the ramp.
But go ahead, Mo. We interrupted you, Mo. Finish
Oh
your
no,
shit. Little.
it's fine. It's all good. But yeah, it ends with Paul Heyman out there. You know, he's glowing, he's showboating, he's happy. I definitely think we already know what that's going to lead to. Gunther's going to cash in on his favor. I feel like we're going to see that favor come to light at SummerSlam. It's going to also set the page and set the tone for what's going to be next with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, because clearly that's unfinished business there. For it to be a last minute match, you know, it's supposed to be Gunther versus Ray. That whole thing happened, so to see them both still have a Mania match, at first was kind of random, but now I think it kind of set up for what's supposed to happen next with Gunther's storyline, and then where they're going to shift Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, and speaking of, I did find out, y'all, while we didn't get the Ray versus Gunther match, it didn't have nothing to do with Ray being hurt. Ray just personally did not want Gunther that retirement storyline. Ray asked, and he said his only wishes was for that particular line to be with his son Dominic. So it will be only Dominic that retires Ray. It won't be nobody else. Ray, that was only Ray's wishes. So you know what I'm saying, Ray, they took that storyline apart, and you know what I'm saying, that's how we got to the whole Gunther and Seth Rollins thing.
Now at the same time, I don't think Ray and Gunther retirement match is completely off the table, but Dominic not being involved in it is what Ray didn't want to fuck with.
It's off the table. They already said it is, bro.
Okay, yeah. Because that only helps Gunther in the long run. It don't really help Ray and Dominic also.
Nah, that's the only reason. And with Ray only saying like he only wanted his son, like it's just gonna. So eventually they're gonna work their way back to each other. But the match overall was Gunther and Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? The match overall was definitely. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It could have been match of the night. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny, like just flat out.
Well,
if we talking about pure matches. I'm gonna go number 2. I'm gonna tell you my match of the night. Unfortunately, it was the stupid ass main event, just off pure wrestling standpoint. Because we're talking about, because we still talking about pure wrestling. But you know what I'm saying, I give it to Seth and Gunther. Nah, fuck that. It's Seth and Gunther. I can't do that to myself. This was your match of the night. I'm sorry, people. This was your match of the night. If you really just didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, didn't get the vibes of the shit, this was match of the night, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, this was your wrestling match of the night. You know what I'm saying? I know this was probably the match for some people where there's like, you go get your popcorn, your t-shirts, and all that shit, but unfortunately, this was your match of the night. And I'm not saying unfortunately in a bad way, because you get the return of Braun Breaker and shit, but you know what I'm saying, I do think for it to be like a middle match, it shouldn't have been your best match.
It was by far, in my opinion, this was by far the match of the night. They were hitting each other hard. It felt like they hated each other. It's leading to 2 other things, Braun Breaker stuff, and of course with Gunther gonna face we know he's gonna face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. It's leading to all of that, and Paul Heyman out there is gonna have 2 or 3 more stories to hit after this. So it's leading to a lot, and the match was great. The match was very minimum a 4-star match. And that clue, because of the shenanigans beforehand, it made them feel like they were hitting each other and didn't like each other. You feel what I'm saying? I liked the match a lot. Match of the night. Stop getting me started on that last match. I don't care what you're talking about, boss man. Pure wrestling my ass. We talking about Wrestlemania. Pure wrestle on a regular fucking show. God damn it.
My bad, Jay. My bad.
Match of the night by match of the night by far.
I would agree, but I was gonna have the main event and this match tied for match of the night.
Y'all making me so mad.
I'm just being honest, man. This actually was a good match, and it did set up for a lot of things. I personally believe, I agree with you, Rock. Rock and Brock Lesnar will be fighting at SummerSlam, but it's going to be a twist. It's going to be for a title, because that's what the favor is probably going to be from Gunther to Paul Heyman, or Paul Heyman is going to end up managing Gunther when it's all said and done. But anyway, the match was good. It was good to see Seth Rollins back after a while. Gunther, we knew a long time ago that WWE had something planned for him, and they're showing it. He's gonna be the next, they're really next big superstar, and you can tell, and rightfully deserved. He's a real good performer, real good wrestler. He came a long way from Walter NXT, and then now he's Gunther, the career killer. So, real good match. Like I said, to me, it was tied for the main event for match of the night. But we'll get to that when it's time.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I think the fact that Brock's gonna say something about his career coming to an end soon. Like, especially like if he loses to Oba, he'll probably say something about his career coming to an end soon, and that's gonna be when Gunther is gonna challenge him, and Brock, I don't know, maybe say you're not worth it or some shit like that along the lines, and then that's when he's gonna call in the favor to Paul to set the match up.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But we need to realize and know that Gunther will definitely have a championship, no matter if it's the World Heavyweight Championship or if it's the WWE Championship. He definitely will have a belt, and it will probably be sooner than we think.
This is my last thing before Mo goes again. I personally think with everything going on in Saudi Arabia right now, I think they're going to cancel all the shows going over there. With that being said, they're going to Sammy's probably not going to win the Royal Rumble next year like we thought. Since it's not going to be in Saudi Arabia, and who's going to be next in line? It's going to be Gunther. Gunther's been like 2 or 3 for 3 years straight in the Rumble. He's going to win one. Him and Logan Paul are going to win one eventually, but it's definitely going to be Gunther before Logan.
I said Logan was going to get Money in the Bank.
He's going to get something. He may get that.
I can definitely see Logan winning that.
Logan top 5 in the Rumble every fucking year, no matter what.
Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber. It's 3 ways for you to main event WrestleMania now if you practically look at it.
Yeah.
The money in the Bank thing probably makes more sense for his character though, because he's an annoying heel who pretty much stuff is handed to him. And that Money in the Bank thing would literally fall straight to his character. So that makes sense, Bird. That was a good thing to say.
Yeah, but that Logan Paul too. Now that everybody mentioned it, he's another person that's gonna have a championship. Sooner than we think. Because he's actually fucking good. Like, I didn't, I always kind of not frowned upon, but like kind of like man. With celebrity people come in, and I started being that way when David Arquette won the heavyweight championship. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm kind of showing my age, but when he won the heavyweight championship, I kind of was like come on, man.
But
don't tell nobody this. Bird, don't tell nobody this shit no more, bro. Like, you push it to yourself, man. You could have said something like in 2020, you know what I'm saying, 2010s or some shit like that. My nigga went way back to David Arquette, bro. Don't tell nobody this shit no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, David Arquette went into the underground wrestling scene.
He got my respect. I seen that match. I seen that death match. He got my respect.
I think a lot of people seen that documentary. Shout out to him. He earned this stripes. But shout out to our nigga Bird for letting us know his real age and this motherfucker, man. Like, let us know he was with the Flintstones, man. He kicked it with them, man. Like, that's what he let us.
What? Man, since I was a kid, man.
But yeah, Mo, you can go ahead and kick us off with the next thing.
Of course. All right. So then I guess we could go into what they would call the women's main event, which would be for the Women's World Championship, Stephanie Valkyrie versus Liv Morgan. As y'all saw, Liv came out with her little striptease of an entrance for her new little song. Stephanie Valkyrie made it. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Stephanie Valkyrie came out and with her little rose petal shower, both of them looked phenomenal. The match would get started and honestly would go in Stephanie's favor. Kind of in the beginning to begin with, we would see Liv Morgan hit the Three Amigos, an ode to Dominic Mysterio. Stephanie would also be able to hit the Devil's Kiss 10 times in a row. As you know, Booker T, if he was there, he would be having a field day with that. Just when it looked like Stephanie was picking up some momentum and the match was going into her favor, Raquel and Roxanne would come out and try to cause some distractions, some involvement. Stephanie would end up taking them both out and even go flying out the ring. Then Liv would sneak back in and throw Stephanie into some steel steps. Their match honestly felt very rushed for me. To see Stephanie hit the devil's kiss within, it was very fast. Then all of a sudden you had Raquel and Roxanne come out. They wasted no time getting out there, throwing Stephanie into the steel steps. Raquel would hop back on the barricade again to cause another distraction. And off that one distraction, Liv was able to hit the Oblivion and win the title back. Afterwards, Dominic Mysterio came out there and gave her props. I do think we knew that one was going to result in Liv Morgan. I feel like during their promos, Stephanie, it was kind of like a 50-50 of who was cooking each other. But then we know with that last blow and that nasty, the head bump between Liv Morgan and Roxanne, I think it showed that Stephanie, she kind of got to stand tall a little too much. So it kind of set up that Liv was going to be the one to win that championship. I thought Roxanne was going to turn on Liv. Still saying that she might not, but I thought she was going to do it tonight and she didn't. I think that match had a lot more potential than for what it got. Yet again, I said the whole night just felt rushed through, and I do think their match was pretty quicker than it should have been. Not mad that Liv was able to win the title. I just think I wish we would have got to see more. But it was good. It was a good match. It was just a very fast, quick, let's get it done type of match.
Mo said every fucking thing down to the T I wanted to say. I said 4 things that pointed to this. One, I already said, like, Liv, I already knew that theme song was gonna be her new theme. I already knew her song was gonna be her new theme song. I knew that was coming. But my biggest thing was the rush part. Like Rock always say, why not just have it on Netflix? You have WrestleMania on Netflix. You have unbothered time. You don't have to even get off at a simple time. Here's the problem why you can't have this shit on Netflix, on ESPN right now. The NBA playoffs is going on. So they're going to make sure you end exactly what time you're supposed to end. Because guess what? We got to see what's going on with the NBA playoffs right after. So that's one main thing right there. So 2, you rushed the match that, in my opinion, could have possibly had the potential to be one of the matches of the weekend. Because even though they feud didn't build up to the best, man, I really thought they was gonna tear the house down. I was more disappointed, like Mo said, because I honestly thought even just because of the fact that feud didn't live up to the best, I felt like Liv could tear the house down. And I'm not trying to be funny. Liv is another one, like Becky Lynch. When she has it been in the big time, Liv gives you great fucking matches. And I just know Stephanie Valkyrie was capable of that. So like she said, that shit felt so rushed, bro, that it was like, wow. You looked up and next thing you know, Liv was hitting her second Oblivion and the match was over. And it was like, bro, like that's it. Like nothing. We're not gonna, like she said, get no turns. We're not gonna get nothing else. They're just gonna come out here like hell. That could have happened on a Monday Night Raw. We was gonna do it like that. That could have been our main event of Monday Night Raw if you was gonna do the shit like that, like legitimately. If we weren't gonna get no big ifs, ands, or what's about this match, or not even make it a banger like we thought it was gonna be, you could have put that particular shit on Monday Night Raw and just made it your main event. But I do think our biggest takeaway from that, personally, just for me, is it shows you how big WrestleMania need to be on Netflix instead of ESPN, because we're rushing this particular match shows you how much we need to finish this shit at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in Pacific time to get back on our regular scheduled program with ESPN.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mo. It was rushed. It could have been better. I was really hyped about this match. It had a chance to be. It could have been better than a main event, just because the way it was built and the way they put so much into the match. It was kind of disappointing that it was kind of rushed. I'm so excited and glad that Liv Morgan won the championship. Props to Vancura, Stephanie Vancura. She was okay. In my opinion, she was okay. World Heavyweight champion. Excuse me, but it was kind of dull. I think, and it wasn't her fault. The writers, they didn't have too much for her, in my opinion. But Liv is hot right now. we all, like you said, Mo, we all knew that she was gonna win the championship. So I'm glad that she won it, but it could have went longer. And like everybody just said, like Bossman just said too, Netflix is probably the way to go because they don't care if the show lasts 9 hours. Hey, guess what? The show lasts 9 hours. So overall, the match is good. I want to say great, but I can't say great because how kind of quick it was. But who knows? I know I wouldn't mind seeing this match again at Backlash. I wouldn't mind seeing it again at Backlash. So I can say that. Rock, I already know. I already know Rock's about to rip it up. But I don't personally mind seeing the match again at Backlash, like not rushed, like a real good match, like we know that they can put on that we should have seen tonight. But I know Rock is gonna say something else about it, so I'm gonna let him go ahead and take over.
I'm gonna say this, right? Like I said, like y'all said, the match was absolutely rushed, right? And I'm taking a step above Netflix. Put that shit back on Peacock. That shit was rock on Peacock, like goddamn, and it was $7. So you know what I mean? That made a whole lot of sense. Motherfucking matches wasn't rushed on Peacock. You know, only match that I ever seen cut short was the Usos match on Peacock. Other than that, when they went against each other, that was the only match that was cut short. And that only reason why I know that is because Jay said it. Other than that, they didn't cut no matches short. You rocked on there for $7, right? All right. So I don't want to see this match again unless somebody's actually going to turn. And specifically need to be Raquel because they've been building her up like she's championship worthy, right? Challenging for the so Liv Morgan come back and get the title. Damn, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say immediately, but very quickly should rub her the wrong way, right? It's a ignite something into her to where she's like, you know what? I'm sick of being in your shadow. That ain't me no more. Get off on her shadow, whoop her. You know what I mean? Or at least challenge her for the title in some type of way, right? Roxanne Perez, what she had on, we down there saw everything. When she first got on the turnbuckle, I thought it was all. Hey, I thought it was all out there. I said, damn.
I said, oh. Stop, Carter.
But to Rock, what you said, that you know how the Monday Night Raw at the WrestleMania be. So we might get that. We still might get the turns.
Nope. I'm gonna say this. That's how it used to be, Bird. These last 2 or 3 of them been trash. We ain't got no good surprises these last 3 Raw after WrestleMania. Like 3 years ago, we got Matt Riddle returned, and that was the biggest surprise. And we ain't got a surprise since.
Yeah, you're right.
Recently, they've been kind of bad after PLE.
That's crazy because the Raw after WrestleMania was like it almost was a PLE damn near.
It was a reset. It was a reset of everything. You know what I mean? Will we get confused? Will we get new championships or championships like people going for the championship, and will we get new superstars, debuts? Now we don't get that. He's right up trash. But back to my soliloquy. You start keeping that word. I'm big words once in a while. But dog, you said you tired of Becky Lynch getting the title picture, but you praise Liv Morgan every time. Bird, what's up, man?
Liv Morgan don't get no title shots like she don't get the title like Becky Lynch. Every time,
he like blondes and not redheads. That's what it is, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Out your mind.
He like blondes and don't like redheads.
Her whole argument was that he was
who was the crowd? Who beat?
That's why I said he like blondes and don't like redheads, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is.
Every time Liv Morgan get a title match, she do not win the belt. Becky Lynch
she do. Yes, she do. That shit changed about 2-3 years ago when she became Crown Jewel champion and all that other bullshit.
Over Nia Jax. Nia Jax was cooking.
She did win win that
No, Bird. And then this is the second time this motherfucker done got hurt around Royal Rumble season. The first time she came back at number 30 and got no kind of pop. We didn't want her motherfucking ass. She came at number 30 like she was some big surprise. Then come back the following year after, didn't win the motherfucker, and then come back and become not a two, but what, this second or third time winning this damn title? Nah, bro.
Third.
It's okay to say you like blondes over redhead. It's okay.
He beat Nia Jax. Little ass Liv Morgan beat Nia Jax. This was before Nia Jax lost all that weight.
Yeah, that's
all right. And she was dominating people. Nia Jax was dominating people on SmackDown and lost to Liv Morgan. Hey, Bird, bro.
You know what? I'm having a good night. It's WrestleMania night. I probably had a couple of
cool.
maybe too many.
Take it a step further, nigga. Nia Jax, that time she beat Nia Jax, bro. Nia Jax beat Bianca Belair to win that Queen of the Ring shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Nia Jax was fucking cooking. My boy not lying here. Nia Jax was on a whole nother level for Liv Morgan to beat her, fam.
The reason why Nia Jax had lost that title because she had got hurt again and she was gonna have to drop it anyway. She was gonna keep it a longer time. Feel what I'm saying? But Liv Morgan come through and you're not good enough, Nia. Get the fuck on.
So it's safe to say that Liv Morgan is the Becky Lynch. So it's like Liv Morgan is the Becky Lynch.
AKA Liv Hogan. Liv Hogan.
Liv Hogan. That's not gonna work for me, brother.
No.
That's not gonna work for me, sister.
Man,
That's not gonna work for me, sister.
Oh man, boss man, that's that's saying a lot. You know that, right?
Her and Sammy motherfucking ass. You know what I mean?
I
On the same level.
You don't
It ain't
know.
gonna work for me,
You
sister.
could have said that for Liv Morgan when she was in that Riot Squad shit, or maybe even 2 or 3 years ago. But this last year and a half or two, bro, it's been the Liv Morgan show, my boy. You gotta think. She took the title off with Rhea Ripley. Like, you gotta think. Like, think about it.
And the small amount of time she wasn't world champion, what was she? Tag champ.
Tag champ.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, that tag.
Come on now.
Raquel. Yeah.
Within a year span, she became a 2-time tag champ because they lost it on a PLE and won it back on a Monday Night Raw. So with a year span, she became a 2-time tag champ, a 2-time world heavyweight champ, and a crown jewel champ, and a Royal Rumble winner within the last 2.5 years.
Bro, they won that title. They won them tag titles the next day. Hey, guess who they beat for them tag titles next day? Becky Lynch. So she's above Becky Lynch right now.
That is Liv Rhodes, baby. Liv Rhodes. And that was the after WrestleMania show. They lost at WrestleMania and then came back that Monday night and won them back. Bro, she's already held, and then take it a step further, bro. She's already held more women's titles than any other woman in WWE history. No other woman has held the women's title more than her. She ain't held the motherfucker like 6 times already.
Come on now, and let's keep in mind that I knew she was gonna win that shit when she came out with a new music video. Ain't no way they're gonna try to put that new music video out, try to market it. She get a tattoo of the song and she still lose. Hell no.
I'm sorry, I take it a step further. I can go back. The motherfucker won Money in the Bank and then beat Ronda Rousey and became the SmackDown Women's Champion. So she been cooking for a long time. You see what I'm saying? Liv been cooking for a long time, boy. Come on, my boy. Cook with me. Liv been cooking for a long time, bro. Fly with me. Put your wings on. Fly with me. Liv been cooking for a long time.
Yeah, you coming with the facts. She has.
Come on, man. Fly with me, dog. We take this shit way back from when she won the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, bro.
So would all y'all say that she's better than Becky Lynch?
No.
I ain't gonna say all that. We ain't gonna say all that.
No.
I mean, not wrestling. Okay.
Anything on any level. On any
She's
level.
on no level, bro.
She's given more title opportunities. She is not a better wrestler. She's not better on the mic.
I'm gonna tell you what it really is.
Outside WWE, like a mogul, people know Becky Lynch more. She's not above Becky Lynch. And
I'm gonna tell you what it really is with Liv Morgan.
And I only
Can I be honest?
Y'all just ran down like the past probably 7-8 years of Liv Morgan.
The reason I said that with with Liv Morgan, bro, is because hear me out. We love the blonde hair, blue eyes. Charlotte is running out of style with no offense. Charlotte is running out of style. She's getting
Charlotte is
older.
damn near done.
We need a new blue eye blonde hair to be in front of our face. It might not be Tiffany Stratton like it wanted to be, so they're trying to push Liv Morgan on us. That's why it's Liv Morgan.
Check this out. You can kill that with that needed. They put it in our face. It ain't needed, goddammit. We got Last Legend out there beating ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. They putting Liv in our face. Liv is your new blonde hair, blue eyed girl that we gotta see on TV, and to keep her relevant, we gotta keep a title on her. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. Like that's
when you know they're putting a rocket ship on you when they're doing stuff outside WWE, and they're putting if she's at a basketball game, they highlight that she's there. She's doing interviews with other people. She has the music video. This is the type of stuff they do when they want you to be your own thing outside WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can say WWE. They do make it when they like you and you're doing good by them. They'll do good by you. They'll make sure that you're a star outside. You know, if you're done certain with people. Them, you know, I'm saying obviously, certain people, but they'll make sure that you become a star outside of them. I know, I see you, Rob.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, sorry, Mo, we've been taking over your show and shit. So,
it is all. It's fine.
It's fine.
Are we the last part? The last match?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, we all know what that was. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Before the match would even get started, who comes out? Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee comes out to pretty much introduce and bring out Randy Orton. Randy Orton comes out to a very iconic Viper look. The theme, the snake, all that was very cool. Very cool. He took his sweet old time. Cody Rhodes kind of took a trip down memory lane. I thought that was pretty dope. He switched it up. Didn't have the usual red, white, and blue. He had the gold and white. The match would get started. Pat McAfee would introduce Randy Orton. And then they would call in Cody. And then, of course, off the sneak attack, Pat McAfee would hit Cody Rhodes with the microphone, which would also then allow Randy Orton to go in for the sneak attack as well. It would go ringside. They would try to put him on the table. Well, who appears? Jelly Roll. Pat McAfee gets laid out on the table, and Jelly Roll ends up putting an elbow drop through the table. You see Pat McAfee get stretchered out. Mind you, Bill, it hasn't even started. And the match would be underway. And I know y'all have a lot of opinions on that match, and I would say I 100% agree. I don't know what it was. I don't know what we were supposed to have or what we were supposed to get, but I've been saying it with this Cody and Randy feud. I feel like the plot was lost with this match. The plot most definitely was lost. We saw a couple RKOs, couple Cody cutters. Randy, his own Cody cutter. We would see Cody try to go for the RKO. Randy would get busted open. Cody would get busted open. We would see the low blow attacks, the hitting the balls. The referee would get taken out, and who comes out? Pat McAfee. We would see Cody would go for a super Cody cutter, and he would get hit with an RKO. Pat McAfee would come so he could get the 3 count. It was to no avail. Cody kicked out. So Pat McAfee's like, punt him. Nope. Pat McAfee gets hit with an RKO. Off that distraction allows Cody to get that the crossroads in and retain the title. When the match was over, Randy would then get up, hit him with the title, give him a punt kick, and he would leave, and the credits would roll. Not mad that Cody retained. Did I want Randy to get his 15? Yeah, and I really thought that's what we were leading to. So to have all of this, you have Jelly Roll, you have Pat McAfee, you have Cody going to the Thunderdome. I don't know, I just feel like all of this for Randy to lose. It was... And then, like I said, the match, something about it just didn't click. I don't think Pat McAfee was needed to begin with just for him to end up RKOing him. I feel like they kind of, I'm not going to say they didn't know what to do with this match, but I definitely think maybe they bumped heads along the process of what to do with this match. So they kind of just said, here you go. So I'm going to let y'all go.
Well,
I know y'all were not fond of this match.
Go ahead, man. I'm going to go off. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll try to make it short and sweet. the match, the beginning of the match, I actually thought was actually clever and good, solely because I have the game, and it gives you that option. And I always said, why wouldn't they? It's in the game. It wouldn't it be cool, for them to do something like that? Because I can't remember, but I don't know if it's a match that, they ever kind of took advantage of, kind of doing no disqualification thing before the bell rung or whatever. So I kind of thought that was cool when I seen that. But the match, it could have been better. It was good. Can't say it was great. It was good. This match and the Liv Morgan match, like I said, were both equally match of the night to me. I kind of say I was right. We will maybe tomorrow or further down the line. No, nothing past Backlash. We will see the full blown heel Cody. I thought we were going to see it tonight. He was actually doing things that were making me like here we go. He just go ahead and pull the trigger, but he didn't pull the trigger. Maybe he'll do it on Raw, Monday Night Raw. But he's not. I think he if he shows up, because I know he's on SmackDown, but hopefully he will. Match was good. Randy Orton, they were. It doesn't matter if Randy Orton is a heel or a babyface. They're gonna cheer for him no matter what. So hopefully they'll pull the trigger on Randy Orton being the babyface and Cody Rhodes becoming the heel. But match is okay. It was good, but I was right. I was just waiting for Cody Rhodes to become turn heel, and he didn't do it. So hopefully they got some building up for us, for them to pull the trigger, because they need to now. Especially the crowd is behind, turning them heel, all the boos and things that we heard tonight. So I guess we'll just have to let them cook and see what goes on.
You just say let them cook. Did he just say let them cook? We let these motherfuckers cook too long. That's the problem. They done burned it up. It's over with. Man, first off, we start the match off with them finally understanding all that was. I'm not trying to be funny. Hear me out. Two things. The jelly roll taking him out on the table, and then Randy Orton, RKO, and Pat McAfee was nothing more than them saying, "Oh, we hear you, WWE. We don't want Pat McAfee in here." So what do? We're going to cost Randy Orton his match and go ahead and get Pat McAfee out of there. Like I said, if you take all the bullshit away, that was a good wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes did his heel thing. Okay, cool. But the finish, I don't know what the hell that was. That's what I mean by letting them cook now, Bird. You know what I'm saying? We just might as well go ahead and I agree with the Cody Hill turn. We might as well go ahead and do that. Cody definitely showed Hill tendencies, man. That's a punk kid, parents. Yeah, I think vacating the belt would probably be. That's what I was going for, bro. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking we getting a vacated belt, and then you know what I'm saying, because that could be the only thing that it makes sense. Because you don't give him the kick during the match, after the match. Okay, now you vacate the belt and Randy becomes champion. That's what I'm thinking, and then Cody comes back, and that's somehow how you make Cody, I guess, still the face. Because in this way, you got to turn Cody heel. But if you don't want to turn him heel, you take him off TV for a while and, you know what I'm saying, vacate the belt. And then Cody comes back around SummerSlam and you don't gets the pop. I'm guessing that's the way you save him face. But other than that, nothing made sense about this bullshit. But other than WWE saying, okay, we hear you and let's take Pat McAfee out the situation. And all that did was, one, make the shit stupid because he never should have been into it. And then two, you cost Randy Orton a match at the same time. So that's all it did.
Man, Randy Orton should be the most pissed off nigga ever right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because up to now, I guarantee he was going to win the title and probably going to win it against Drew McIntyre, right? So what's the whole point of Pat McAfee coming in here? What's the whole, he, like you said, he RKO'd shit out of him at the end. Made no fucking sense. You just said on Friday Night SmackDown you didn't need Pat McAfee, you wanted Pat McAfee. So if you want him there so fucking bad, why the fuck you gonna RKO him? Made no goddamn sense. and the shit before the match. If you got Jelly Roll coming out there to take Pat McAfee out, why the fuck he coming back out there? He got carried out on a stretcher. This ain't Mankind or Mick Foley or even a regular fucking wrestler. He's a civilian. If he gets taken out on a stretcher, that should be it. He didn't even come back limping. He just came straight back out trying to get the 1, 2, 3 count. He should have never been out in the beginning if he's gonna come out for the 1, 2, 3 count. That would have even made more sense if you wouldn't have came out in the beginning and all that shit was gonna happen. Matter of fact, he should have came out, tried to do the count, and then Jelly Roll take him out in the middle of the match. That would have made more sense. But the whole execution of this match before and after is what made the actual match dog fucking shit. Okay, it didn't matter what you did during the match. The before and after shenanigans took away from everything. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about how good the match was in the middle. They gonna talk about the bullshit before and after. That's gonna be the legacy of this match. The bullshit before and after. Cody Rhodes and John Cena had a better match last year. I swear to God. But
the problem is, I'm gonna tell you this now. This is now the second time Cody Rhodes got put in some stupid ass storyline shit. They got something to do with saving the business. I know Cody don't want to go heel, fam, but hear me out, Cody. The people are talking. If you listen to the people, if that's the case, man. Because not trying to go heel is doing you nothing but getting put in more and more stupid storylines. And it's not doing nothing more, and you're not benefiting. The people you're with is not benefiting, and it's just not doing nothing. Like, it got to the point where you and Drew McIntyre had to beg for y'all to have to switch the titles because y'all feud was going on so long. The answer, they can say Pat up on the count, Pat TKO or Randy RKO for his troubles. Thanks for coming. Pretty much, that's all it was. And I'm not trying to be funny.
So he was supposed to count 3, and Randy was supposed to be the champ.
I mean, I don't know exactly if that what is. I haven't heard no reports if that's what it was supposed to be. But from what I do know that shit shouldn't happen how it was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do know for a fact that, you know, when it comes down to it, this didn't benefit nobody but TKO. Because here's the problem. What it did was Pat McAfee, accordingly, this is what reportedly is, and I did hear this from, you know what I'm saying, David Greco busted open. Pat McAfee did his job. He sold more tickets. When Pat McAfee got into the storyline, they did end up selling more tickets. So that RKO at the end was, like Brooklyn said, a thank you for coming. Because he sold the amount of tickets, and what Pat McAfee said, if Randy Orton loses, you'll never see me in the business again. You know what I'm saying? Randy Orton lost, but I think what they wanted to do with the ending was, I'm not trying to save him with what I'm saying. The ending was, okay, we got Pat McAfee out of here, but we can still make Randy Orton champion by hopefully, I guess, maybe vacating. I don't know how you say the fuck shit they did at the end, but what I do know is the RKO, like I said, was a Pat McAfee, thank you for coming. Because with Pat McAfee doing what he did, they did end up selling more tickets than what they originally sold for night 1 and for WrestleMania in general. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm guessing like that benefited them, but at the same time, it did benefit the storyline and nobody else.
Well, here's my thing. I think they would have sold the same amount of tickets. They sold them late. Like, it started selling late, and it started selling after they had put night 1 tickets on sale. I think if they would have put them on sale any fucking way, them tickets would have sold. That's how good of a story.
I 100% agree. We had people. I was listening to Busted Open, bro. They had people that would pay $3,500 tickets, or were $900 tickets today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what it all came down to. So it's just like it's just like I don't know. You probably, like you said, you probably would have sold the same amount of tickets. But I think when it come down to it, I think this was just more TKO just trying to get the job done and selling what they think, you know what I'm saying, a good amount. So it just was what it was, man. And like I said, nobody particularly benefited off this shit. It's just, this is the best way we could have made this happen and, you know what I'm saying, further it along and get more ticket sales. But nobody technically benefited off it. Another stupid storyline. Cody refusing to go ahead, and there we go.
Another thing that I think doesn't make any sense, if Cody actually, damn, Mo, we lost her again. But if Cody actually does leave for a little bit, whether he vacates the title or not, If he's gone more than a week, it makes no fucking sense. Because Randy Orton told him to fuck down when he first turned heel and put his head on the chair, on stairs, and hit him as hard as he could with steel chair, chair on the steps. Like, and he was bleeding profusely. How in the hell is that not more of a blow to your head than a punt kick? Like, if he kicked him 3 or 4 times, I was like, yeah, cool. Take him out for a little bit. But the fact that he did one and we put his head through the damn steel makes no fucking sense to me. It's another thing to where it's like they're fishing for shit. Like, just leave the shit alone. They cooking themselves. Leave that shit alone and let them cook. Randy doing what he did when he turned heel would have made everything so much better. And they would have had a minimum 4-star match without bullshit around it because of their history. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Fuck TKO.
Man, I guess with that being said, man, we had a weird WrestleMania. Like I said, it was different because for one, we're never really here. So I know we always tell you guys we're going to do the post show. We never really have time. Excuse me, that's my son in the back. He's doing his thing. But yeah, I know we're never really here to even do a post show. So I know it's weird for us, you know what I'm saying, to be here doing the post show. But we're glad, and you know what I'm saying, I'm happy to be here with you guys. And we did have an amazing night with you guys, even though WrestleMania itself wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? Even though it sucked, you know, it just flat out sucked tonight. And that came from a lot of people. But with that being said, man, I want to know, did any one of you guys got anything to say before we get up out of here tonight?
Nothing besides thank everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You know, we can't do this without everybody. You know, just thank everybody for bear with us, for tuning in. We love the fans, and you know, just to continue to watch us and continue to support us, and we're gonna continue to give out good content, and you know, do what we gotta do.
Yes.
Yeah, my fault. I was just gonna say, I don't know why you niggas be in women inbox 10 times in a row and think they're gonna reply on the 11th time. Leave it alone. Go ahead, boss.
Okay. And with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody joining us for this WrestleMania Night 1 post show, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow, man. I want to thank our girl Mo, you know what I'm saying, for holding it down for us tonight. You know what I'm saying? She won't be with us tomorrow, but I want to thank her for holding it down for us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Narrating the show. But tomorrow we will have our boy me, FTW Rock, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, our bird, do it the toxic. You know what I'm saying? Gracious our presence tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We have some more members of the group tomorrow. And with that being said, man, it's your boy Mr. FTW, aka Lucas A. Diamond. It's your boy FTW Rock. It is our superstar Mo, and it is the Toxic One Bird, man. And it is the FTW podcast, man. And we just want to say thank you all for joining us. Roman is definitely one of them all bloodline. Oh, yes, sir. Throw up your ones. And with that being said, man, thank you all for joining. It is the crew, and we are out, man. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
I'll be yelling out, gang, gang.
Bye, y'all.